Before I started using raised beds for gardening felt like a constant struggle against compact soil, poor drainage, and slow growing plants. Hello everyone, this is Joy and welcome to today's video. First, let me show you how everything is doing on my raised beds. In the past, I used to grow these sweet peppers directly on the ground, and they never used to be this good. I would get tiny pepper fruits. They never really used to look good like now, and also they used to get disease a lot. Also, they used to get a lot of pests, but these raised beds have helped me a lot to grow good peppers. On this same bed, I have cauliflowers, both the white and the purple head cauliflowers. The size of the leaves is big. This it's not that my hand is very small, but the leaf is big and they have not started to form the heads, but I think very soon I'm going to be getting cauliflower heads from this raised bed. I have mixed multiple things. There's cauliflowers, peppers, and watermelons in one bed. In this other bed, I have planted leeks and onions. Leeks and onions belong to the same family and they are ready to be harvested at this point. We use them mostly for making samosas, and I have not been watering this bed consistently because I have some onions which are ready and are supposed to be harvested. At this point, it is not good to give them a lot of water because it makes them to rot. Planting onions on raised beds prevents standing water on the onion bulbs, therefore prevents rotting because there is better drainage with raised beds. Also, the loose soil in the raised beds allows roots to spread easily, and then you get bigger and larger onion bulbs. I can't believe how good they have turned out in this bed, and still I think it is a very good idea to plant your onions on raised beds. I know some people would do them on pots and they'll be fine, something that I have tried in the past, but it did not give me as good results as when I used a raised bed for my onions and leeks. This is a new raised bed that I planted vegetables 2 weeks ago and they are looking amazing. These are young cauliflowers, young tomato plants, and also young beetroot plants. They are looking so healthy with very few weeds that I am going to be removing after this. Also, this is another new bed, the last one that I did with the same things, beetroot plants, tomatoes, and more cauliflowers. And the main bed for today's video is this one. This is a bed that I did with you guys in my previous videos. I hope you go and look for it. And in this bed, I planted a multiple of vegetables and fruits like this watermelon, which I think is going okay, but the plant does not look really healthy. I think they have got some disease. They still have produced some fruits, but I am not sure how they will turn out because the plants look like they have a little of disease. Maybe at this point I need to spray some fungicides, but so far let us see how it will turn out to be. Also, I have planted white bulb onions on this bed and it is my first time to plant white onions. I am loving them, actually better than the red onions. So far, they are doing so well. I don't know the name of this variety because I got the seedlings from my friend, but they are doing so well. I've got cabbages on this bed, some more white bulb onions, which are the biggest actually. I'm going to be harvesting them very soon. Also, I have got some sweet pepper plants These are supposed to be turning yellow when they are mature, so I cannot wait for them to get that beautiful color. They are still okay to use at this point, but I will let them grow a bit more. Pepper plants is one of the vegetables that I think do very well on raised beds rather than when they are on the ground. And this is something that I have tested and proved with my farm. Ever since I started planting peppers on raised beds, I have been having very good fruits. On the side here, I have these big broccolis. I planted them same time as these ones. This I put them on the ground, and so far they have very little heads, and even this one has no head at all. Even this one that looks to be a bit better has a smaller head, and I think I'm not going to be harvesting any good broccolis at this directly sown on the ground. And this on the beds, they look amazing. They are big, huge heads, and you can't imagine that they were planted at the same time. So this means that in the future, when I want to grow broccolis, the number one place to think of is the raised beds. And I am smiling because this is a secret that I discovered and I got hold of it. And today I am having big harvest just from my raised beds, something that I regret not starting early. I think I am going to be having more raised beds in the farm. Soon the whole farm will be transformed to just raised beds. This broccoli is so big. You can see the way my hand fits on the side. It is huge. This is the biggest I have ever grown. And even the bottom of it, the stem is also huge. I can't believe this is in my farm. You know, these are the kind of vegetables I see on shows and on other people's channels, and thought I can't really have this on my farm. But it's happening now, it's here, it's on my garden, and I'm happy about it. And I'm sharing it with you. In between the broccoli plants, I have these beetroots. Beetroots can do well under the shade of other plants. That's why I got them below here, because the leaves of the broccolis were preventing a lot of sun from hitting the ground. But because there was a bigger space in between the broccoli plants, I decided to put these beetroots, and they are doing really, really well. In fact, I think I'm going to be harvesting one beetroot from these ones. I've been picking some of the broccoli leaves and giving it to the rabbits. Everything on this plant is going to be consumed, the beetroot itself and the leaves. Also, let's harvest this broccoli because it looks so mouth-watering. This one is huge. I never thought that I would be growing such good vegetables in my farm. I've not even been spraying a lot of pesticides, but so far I think it is looking good, and I did not even have to in the first place. So that is it for the raised beds. I'm going to be harvesting some tomatoes because the birds have told me that I need to harvest them before they come and eat all of them for me. These are tomatoes that I grew 3 months ago, and so far I am harvesting a lot of them. There is also some tomatoes that I have not harvested in this video because I harvested them yesterday and the day before, and you can see I still have a lot of green ones that are going to be ripening very, very soon. I'm also going to be harvesting some yellow cherry tomatoes that I love so much. These ones, most of the time, they self-grow themselves. You just leave some seeds somewhere on the ground and you find cherry tomatoes coming out. Actually, I don't even need to plant them most of the times. They just grow by their own, and I can just come and put manure and also put some water, and they are good to go. Cherry tomatoes is one of the things that I have found very easy to grow in the farm. They don't require a lot of pesticides, a lot of nutrition. They can do very well even in the wild bushes. Most people actually refer to them as bush tomatoes, but I grow them in the farm because I have some good use for them, and also they are very easy, especially at time when there is a lot of sun, it is not a rainy season, you have less water in your farm. This is the best tomatoes to grow because you can still use them for your dishes without a lot of struggle. It's the end of these tomato plants, and after this I think very soon I am going to be uprooting them and planting something else. Thank you so much if you've reached this point of the video. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for our subscribers, and those of you that have not subscribed, kindly please do so that we can get updates when you upload in future, and also so that we can be seen by more people. Have an amazing time. See you in the next one.